like I mentioned earlier, guys, the basic skills that you need to have in maths lit, and we started learning this in grade 10, carries on in grade 11, carries on through to grade 12. Basic calculations, knowing how to work with decimals, fractions, and squares, etc. Luckily, a lot of the stuff we can do on a calculator. So knowing the calculator skills, really. Rounding, which is quite a tricky one, takes a while to get used to. Some more basic calculations, working with percentages, fractions, ratios, conversions. Conversions we need to know off by heart, whether it's cooking conversions, converting between imperial and metric, or just normal metric conversions. So our centimeters to millimeters, for example, or milliliters to kiloliters. And then time, how to read time, how to convert between units of time, how to work out time elapsed, for example. Okay, so we're going to go through all of these basic skills. We're going to focus mainly on the first 3 points today, and then on Wednesday, we'll look at the other 2. Well, it might fall into next week as well. Just going to quickly check. Okay, good. You can see the screens all sharp. Okay, so guys, I hope you all have your calculators ready. Just a nice little warm-up question. We're going to look at some basic calculations and calculator skills. I'm going to ask you guys to quickly do those few questions for me. Use your calculator to do the following calculations. Just getting your fingers warm, getting your calculators ready. Don't share your answers on the chat just yet. Okay, I'm going to give you guys 1 more minute to finish this off. Okay, so since we were able to use our calculators, does anyone want to unmute and give me the first 4 answers that they got? Anybody? Are we still busy?
Don't be shy, guys. Yay. Oh, we had Nero and then we didn't have Nero anymore.
Oh, no.
Ben, wouldn't you like to try? Or Charles?
Yeah, I can try.
We have Homolemo. Take one for the team.
Khomelemo, you're going to help us out with the first 4. Okay, if all else fails,
There's Ben 2.
Ben. Okay, let's hear Ben's voice. Ben.
Just check on your screen. There should be a message that, oh my gosh, you were unmuted and then I unmuted you. I muted you, excuse me. Just try to unmute again. I am so sorry. There we go.
The first answer is 125.9.
Perfect. 125.9. Great. And B?
It's 127.85.
85. Cool. Good. And C?
1.3.
1.3. D?
7.3.
It's 7.3. Why did let me just double check this. Sorry, might have just made a typo. Indeed, well done. Thanks so much, Ben. Good to hear from you. Hey,
Shout out to Ben.
Okay. Let's see what you guys got for E in the chat. Oh wait, Shells raised a hand. Let's hear from Shells.
For E, I got 0.4.
0.46.
Yes.
Perfect. Well done. And then F?
120.
Good. And G?
3,400.
Awesome. And H?
I don't know.
Did you get to that with your calculator? Not yet.
No, but I have the answer now.
Okay, what is it?
3,243.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Shells. Good to hear from you.
Thank you.
Well done. Okay. Anyone else want to help us with the last few? Are we doubting our calculator skills, guys? Or are we shy tonight? Any newbies? Do you want to chat to us? Ben again. Oh, look at you go. Okay.
The first answer is 73,430.
Awesome. Thank you. The next one?
It's 529.8.
Yeah. And the next one?
0.37586.
6. Awesome. And second last one?
2.7457.
Awesome. And the last one?
0.0625.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Ben. Well done. Okay, guys, check your answers there. We didn't have to round anything because I didn't specify anything about rounding, so we just kept all the decimal places. We will look at rounding in a few questions' time. Again, I know this was a very easy activity, but like I said, we are just focused on basic skills for the next 3 weeks. And yeah, sometimes we do make mistakes on the calculator. So even if it looks simple like this, always just double check your answers in an exam. Luckily, when it comes to Maths Lit, we can use our calculators for every single question, but sometimes we type too fast or yeah, we put the wrong symbol in. So always just double check. Okay. For those of you that have just joined, it's not always this easy. I promise you, we have done the other chapters. Okay. But yeah, big shout out to Ben and Shells who volunteered to speak to us in that question. All right, so now this is a very good thing to practice when it comes to probability. Question 2, using a calculator, write each of these as decimal fractions. Decimal fractions means putting them in decimal form. So quickly use your calculators to do that. Converting these fractions to decimals. Okay, who can tell me what is the magic button on our calculator when we have to convert our fractions to decimals? The SD button, yes, Ben, yes, so good. Okay, so all we have to do is put our fraction in our calculator, press equals, and then the SD button. So what did we get for question 2A? What decimal answer did we get? 3/4 is the same as? Yes, good. Well done. And B, 2/5 is the same as? Awesome. 3/5 is? Good, 0.6 and 4/5. And 5/5 is the same as? Nice. 1, and the last one, 1/4 is also the same as? Good. Okay. Fantastic. Okay, so this is a very important skill to have when it comes to probability, because remember, in probability, we always give our answer as a fraction first, and then we might need to convert that answer to a decimal or a percentage, which is the next question. Convert your answers above 2 percentages. So remember the key thing when we want to convert a decimal or a fraction to a percentage, we times by a certain number. Quickly convert those decimals for me. Okay, what is the trick when we want to convert a fraction or decimal to a percentage? What do we do? Nice, thanks, Justice. Nice, yes, Ben, offensive. Okay, so whenever we want to get our answer into percentage form, we times by 100, whether it's the fraction or the decimal. Okay, so when we take 0.75 times by 100, what percentage do we get? Nice. Okay, so for A, we get 75%. Don't forget your percentage sign. For B, 0.4 is the same as what in percentage form? Nice. Okay, and 0.6. So nice, we can see the trend with 0.4, 0.6, 0.8. We're just adding the 0 onto the end. So 0.8 is the same as 80%, yes. And 1 times by 100 is 100%, well done. And the last one, 0.25 times by 100 is the same as 100%. Nice, good. Nice, guys. Your basic skills are fantastic so far. Great. Okay, so really important skills to have for probability specifically. Going from fractions to decimals to percentages. Well done. Okay, then just practicing our squares. Please quickly work out these 4 questions for me. What is 200 squared? 413 squared. 3,100 squared. 2,567 squared. No worries, Amo. We have done quite a bit, but some nice basic calculations. Haven't missed out on too much. Can just join in now. We started question 4. We're just practicing some basic calculator skills, sorry. Okay, so we are going to get some big numbers as our answers here. Okay, let's see what you guys got for A. What is 200 squared? Okay. It is indeed 40,000. So when in doubt, if you cannot find the square button on your calculator, but hopefully you can find that, or let's say, for example, for some reason, hopefully not, you don't have a scientific calculator because yours broke or whatever, you could always just say 200 times 200 and it'll give you the same answer. What is 413 squared? Nice big number, 170,569. Nice. And the numbers keep getting bigger. What is 3,100 squared? Okay, nice. Well done to those of you writing it also in the correct format, keeping those spaces for every 3 digits starting from the right. 9,610,000. Yeah, just as Kia said, loving the separators. Makes it a lot easier to read. Okay, and D. Let's see your answers with the separators in the right place. Nice. Okay, so it is 6,589,489. Okay, well done. So that's squares. We all know how to handle that. Do that in our calculator. Question 5. Calculate the volume of cubes which have sides of these lengths. So the first cube's got length of 14 millimeters. So remember, with a cube, all the sides are the same. Remember, with volume, our answer is cubed. So it's going to be something millimeters cubed. How do we work out the volume again of a cube or a rectangular prism? Does anyone remember how we would do this? The volume of a cube or rectangular prism. Nice. Yes. Okay. So remember, volume is length times base times height, or length times width times height. Now, all of the dimensions are the same. So it's 14 times 14 times 14, or we can say 14 cubed in our calculator. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys about 2 minutes to work out the volume for all those cubes, A, B, C, and D. Well done to those of you that remember that formula. Okay, let's see some answers. What is 14 cubed? Are we still busy? Okay, nice, Amo and Homelemo. It is 2,744 millimeters cubed. Okay, what is 28 cubed? Nice. 21,952 millimeters cubed. I do realize it's hard, obviously, to cube your units in the chat. And C, 105 cubed. Okay, nice. Got two answers so far. 1,157,625. Oh, sorry, that is actually meters cubed. And then 81 centimeters or 81 cubed gives us, nice, that was quick. Okay, 81 cubed is 531,441 centimeters cubed. Okay, nice. All right, so now we're going to need to do a little bit of thinking because we're going to go on to rounding. Okay, so well done up until this point. I know it's been fairly easy. Nice, chilled lesson. So now we're going on to rounding, which I do see quite a few mistakes in up until matric. So just remember, you always round to the given context unless stated otherwise. So given context means the situation you're looking at. So if you are dealing with a situation and they are looking at an object, so let's say the number of tables in a classroom. If you've got 1.5 tables, you're obviously going to round down. So if you've got 22,5 tables, you'll round down to 22 tables. You can't have half a table. And generally when you've got 22,5, your instinct is to round up. However, it's not a full table, so we don't round up to 23, we round down to 22 whole tables, for example. When you're dealing with people, again, have to round to a whole number. And then 0.2, money and percentages are always rounded to 2 decimal places unless asked otherwise. Okay, so money, so in finance, this is a big one, always remembering to round to 2 decimal places. Money always needs to have 2 decimal places. So if you do your calculation, for example, and you get 13,2, you need to add that 0 in. So there are 2 places after that decimal comma. Okay, so we're going to practice some rounding. So the first question is, round the following values off to 3 decimal places. So just to remind ourselves, if I'm rounding something to 3 decimal places, that means I need 3 numbers after my comma. So that means I'm looking at the 6 specifically. Okay, you always look to the number to the right of it. Okay, if it is 4 or less, that number stays as 6. But as soon as the number is above 5 or more, the number increases to 7. So that 6 either stays as 6 or goes up to 7 based on what is next to it. So the rest of the number stays the same. So it stays 12, 4, 5. And because there is a 7 next to the 6 goes up to 7. And my answer only has 3 decimal places now. Okay, I'm going to ask you guys to quickly try the next 4 for me, please. We round into 3 decimal places. So every answer needs to have 3 numbers after the comma. Okay, I'm very curious to see what you guys got for question 2. 7,89972 rounded to 3 decimal places is, I've got 2 different answers so far. What did the rest of you get? Nice, well done. Okay, so we're looking at the second 9 because there's a 7 next to it, the 9 goes up, but 9 goes up to 10, which then affects the 9 next to it, which again rounds it up, which affects the 8. So in this instance, it affected 3 numbers. It becomes 7,900. So the first 9 gets rounded up to 10. So that's my 0 here, which affects the next 9, which gets rounded up to 10, which carries the 1 over to the 8, which makes that 9. Well done. Good job. All right, the next one, 99,84325 rounded to 3 decimal places is nice, Kazimla. It is 99,843. The 3 stays the same because there's a 2 next door to it. Yes. Okay, question 4. Rounded to 3 decimal places is going to be nice. Good rounding, guys. Well done. And question 5, 5,82354 gives us what? Okay, so we look at the 3 next to the 3 is a 5, so it needs to go up by 1, so it becomes 5,824, which most of you got. Okay, well done. Okay, so the next one shouldn't be too difficult. Okay, round the following values off to 2 decimal places. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so you can see more. Okay, so now I only want 2 numbers after the comma. Would anyone like to unmute and tell me what they got for question 1? Round 2 decimal places. Just have to answer this one, not 3. Anyone keen? Feels like I've just been hearing I have been hearing my own voice the whole time. Anyone?
Yeah, we have Neo.
Neo, yes. What'd you get?
Neo, you can talk now. We're ready for ya.
No. Oh, it's obviously not working out. Okay.
Right.
Here, you choose. Ooh, lots of raised
There we
hands.
go.
Okay, who's speaking?
Lumango.
Hi, welcome. It's your first lesson, am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
How are you finding it?
I'm finding it good. It's so good and it's exciting.
I'm glad. And I'm so glad to hear from you in your first lesson. That's amazing. Thanks
Yes,
for
ma'am.
being brave enough. What did you get for question 1?
I got 12,46.
Awesome. Well done. Thank you. Hopefully I
Thank
hear
you,
from
ma'am.
you next one.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, awesome. Kia, who's next? I can't see who's chatting.
Oh, I forgot to unmute myself. Can you believe that? Humulimo, you can give it a go. Humulimo.
Oh no, muted.
That's sad. Anybody else, maybe? Oh, there we go again. All right, we have Monoabisa. There we go. Oh,
Yeah.
Monoabisi.
BC, sorry. Yeah, also. Hi.
7,90. Hi, did you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear?
There's like a frequency going on. I don't know if you could maybe repeat that again.
Yeah,
An interference.
7,90.
7,90. Yes, thank you. Well done. Good one. That was a tricky one. Well done. Nice. Thank you so much. Okay, who's next? Kia.
I think we can give Homolemo a try again.
Okay.
There we go.
Hi, Khomalemo. Oh, goodness.
Or we can move on to Amo. I see Amo Helang has their hand up. Just look for a message that's going to tell you to unmute Amo.
Okay.
Amo, hi.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, what's number 3's answer?
For number 3, I got 99,84.
Perfect. Well done. Thanks so much. Good to hear from you.
We have Nwabisa again. I don't know if it's from the previous time, but we're happy to hear you again.
It's 8,23.
87,23.
Yes.
Well done. You got rounding down to a T. Well done. Thank you. And the last one.
We have Cizo. Just look for a message on your screen that's going to tell you to unmute. There we go.
Good afternoon, Miss Monique.
Hi there. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks, and you, ma'am.
Good, thanks. Is this your first lesson?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Welcome. Thanks so much for participating.
Thank you, ma'am, for the warm welcome. I appreciate
Asia, and what did you get for number 5?
it. For number 5, ma'am, I got 85,82.
Fantastic. Well done. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Okay, guys, I see that you have got rounding down, so I'm going to skip through the next few because I wasn't sure how it was going to go. So I don't know if we need more practice. Okay, so to finish off, let's do these next 4 questions. This time we're rounding off to 1 decimal place. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to quickly do that. But big shout out to all of you that contributed to those answers. It was really lovely hearing from you. Okay, who would like to answer question 1? What is 10,4767 rounded to 1 decimal place?
Raise those hands again and talk to us, guys. Yes, there we
More.
go. We have Fumolemo. There we go. You're unmuted.
Maybe also just check that your volume is up, Homalemo, because we can't hear you. Oh, Homalem's been trying.
Yeah, no, hey.
Not working out tonight.
But shout out to her, hey.
Anyone else want to give it a bash? Those that know that the audios are definitely working. Tashad, yes.
Just check for, there we go.
The answer is 10,5.
10,5. Well done. Thank you. Good to hear from you. 10,5. Good. Number 2,
Next.
9,89972 rounded to 1 decimal place gives us Is there a brave soul that wants to do the last 3 for us? Okay, so let's quickly get through these ones. 9,899, so we're checking out the 8. Next to it is a 9, so we know that needs to be rounded up, so it becomes 9,9. Then question 3, all the 9s. 99, oh, sorry, nope. Jumping the gun there. Okay, so we're looking at the 9 over here. There's an 8 next to it, so that 9 bumps up, which carries the 1 over to this 9, which also bumps it up, so it becomes 100, 0. So I still have to include that 0 because I wanted the answer rounded to 1 decimal place. Okay, but if they didn't specify 1 decimal place, you would just... Maria, raise your hand.
Just, there we go. Talk to us, Maria. I think they might also be experiencing a volume problem.
Maria,
But-
maybe it was a question. You could let us know in the chat.
Oh, ma'am, I got 86,5.
86,5
I think that's the answer for the last one.
for question 4. Maria, just quickly check. We're looking at the 4. Next to the 4 is a 3. So it's going to be 86, 4. Doesn't it stay the same because there's the 3 next to it? Okay. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of raised hands. I'm not sure if you guys wanted to answer that question or if you want to ask a question. If it is
But
a
I
question
will,
that you want to ask, maybe let us know in the chat. If you guys have any questions on anything we've done, please let me know in the chat. Amo, you have a question? Yes. What is your question?
I'm trying to unmute you, Alma, so just make sure that there's a message on your screen that asks you to unmute. There we go.
I wanted to ask for number 3. If the number after the 9 is higher, does it affect the number behind?
Okay, so let's quickly. So let's say, for example, this was 97,98. So because there's an 8 next to the 9 gets rounded up to a 10, which means it carries over a 1 to this number, to the left of it. So it becomes 98,0, because now that 9 has moved to 10, but we show it as a 0, and then we carry the 1 over to the left. So just because it was another 9, that 1 made that 9 a 10. We carried that 1 over. Again, it was another 9, so it was 10 again. But there was nowhere else to carry it, so carry the 1. So that's what ended up as 1, 0, 0 for the 2 9s that got rounded up. And then obviously the original 9 that got rounded up to 10. Does this other example maybe help understand it a bit better?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Okay, good question. That was quite a tricky one. So I'm glad it makes more sense.
Thank you.
Okay, are there more questions?
Speak now, don't ever hold your peace.
Okay, so I just want to quickly just explain question 3 again. So it was 99,98. So we're looking at this 9 specifically. Next door to it is an 8. So we know it needs to round up. When we round up a 9, a 0 goes into its place and we carry the 1 over. But now 1 plus 9 gives us 10 again. So remember, we put the 0 in its place and we carry 1 over. Again, 1 plus 9 is 10, but now we can't carry it over into another number, so we just put the 10 down as is. Okay, so this is only the case because there were so many 9s. If I had to have done this slightly different, so let's say it was 9, 6, 9, 8 again. This 8 makes this 9 go to 10, so I put the 0 down, I carry the 1. But now it's 1 plus 6 is 7, and my 9 stays unchanged. Okay, so it's just because there were so many 9s that the number jumped up to 100.